So, what's up people and welcome to the Short Mission 17 discussion of Spy Family. So Short Mission 17 came out a while back, and as always I will leave a link to this mission that's currently being shown on the publisher's official website, Manga Plus, for free to the North American audience. So if you're interested, we'll go take a look at it before they pull this mission back. Okay, so like I said, this time Tatsuya Endo gave us a short mission rather than a standard chapter. And what was interesting is even amongst the short missions that we've received, this one was a pretty short one. It only spanned 3 pages. And it was a relatively light-hearted mission. It didn't go into the depth of even some of the other short missions, such as the previous one where we went into Matthew McMahon's personal life. But with that said, I don't mind, because if this is a relatively short mission, then what this kind of implies is that Tatsuya Endo is able to take a break. And considering how much he provides us with this nice story, I am all for making sure that he stays healthy by taking breaks quite often. And what was really nice for this particular chapter was that if you went to the comment section, you still got a few people who got really upset with Tatsuya Endo and demanded that he write longer missions. But the majority of the comments were telling Tatsuya Endo to get some rest and to thank him for yet another nice mission. And so the positive remarks far outweighed the negative remarks, and it was really nice to see the community support him and thank him for his efforts. And so anyway, it's a light-hearted mission, and because it's a short mission, it revolves around one of the kind of characters that we often see in these short missions, which is Bond, and we get Bond again in this one, and it's once again one of his comedic antics. But in any case, for some reason, I have no idea why Bond is watching a horoscope show on TV. And the horoscope is revolving around the person's blood type, so it's giving some predictions of what might happen depending upon your blood type. And it starts talking about type A blood types, and for those people, they were saying that today is a good day for you to be very adventurous, because everything seems to be falling in place for people who are very outgoing for those blood type. And Bond, not knowing what they're talking about with regards to type A and type B, looks at his own dog dish and realizes that Bond starts with a B, and so he figures that he is type B. And when the horoscope gets to type B blood types, they say that, well, for today, type B people better be careful, don't go outside, don't wear dark clothes, try to be as lucky and outgoing and optimistic as possible, because today is not a good day for you. And so Bond, realizing that today is not a good day, is really having a panic attack, and Lloyd, noticing that, well, he decides, to make you feel better, let's go outside. To which Bond is feverishly trying to avoid trying to go outside. And he's, of course, has his black bow tie on. And so he's telling Lloyd that he wants the other collar. Which Lloyd is like, you really want that other collar? The collar that you're bought? Which turns out to be some weird goth collar. What are you thinking whenever you buy these things for Bond? But in any case, it isn't black, and although it does have a skull, he feels a lot more comfortable wearing this, although now everybody's staring at him. But in any case, while he's walking, Bond realizes that his paws are black. And so now he's freaking out, trying to figure out how to resolve this, and he goes running to a painter and demanding to get his paws painted a different color. But of course, from the painter's perspective, he has no idea what Bond is saying, and he thinks that he's being attacked by this large dog. And so Lloyd finally gets between them and somehow gets Bond back before anything can happen. And he's still wondering why Bond is acting erratically today. And of course, during his analysis, he remembers a comment that Sylvia mentioned about her dog, which was also a dog from Project Apple. And she kind of mentioned that these dogs tend to be too smart for their own good, and because of that, they seem to act very eccentrically. And so to make sure that everything is okay, she usually treats her dog to some very tasty treats whenever something like this happens. And of course, Bond is sitting there fearfully worried that something terrible is going to happen. But then all of a sudden he gets a premonition of Lloyd feeding him some really nice food. And Bond starts realizing that, hey, maybe today isn't that bad a day after all. And so, yeah, we get a day in the life of Bond. And Bond has this, misunderstanding that made him panic. But in the end, because he panicked, Lloyd started getting worried and he got a treat because of that. So whatever the case, if there is any deep understanding coming out of this, the only thing I could say is if those horoscopes are true, then Bond must be a type A rather than a type B, because today was a wonderful day for him. But in any case, this was a cute mission. If you read it, what'd you think about it? And once the regular chapters come out in the future, I'll bring out another video and hope you join me at that time. But this is the Short Mission 17 discussion of Spy Family. Until the next episode, happy manga reading, and as always, Jaya, nice day everyone.